All right, so everyone get ready because today we are going deep into the world of football legends.
Okay.
We are exploring a really interesting link, I think, between Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, as he's known, tearing it up in Anfield, and Francesco Totti, the Roman gladiator. Salah, he's racked up an incredible 193 goals at Liverpool Premier League titles, Champions League glory, really the whole 9 yards, right?
Right.
But even legends have their heroes, and before Anfield,
Right.
a younger Salah, he was learning his craft in Italy.
Yeah.
First at Fiorentina, then at Roma. And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn.
It really does. It's really interesting, isn't it? You'd think that someone with Salah's talent would be looking up to, other Premier League giants, right?
Yeah.
Some other huge names in England, but that, no, his hero was not a Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
It was Francesco Totti.
Yeah.
A name that's just synonymous with Roma.
Oh, yeah.
A player whose loyalty and artistry made him almost mythical in the football world.
Okay, so picture this. You're in Rome, 2015. The Colosseum history everywhere you look.
Yeah.
And then there's Salah. He's fresh on the scene at Roma. He meets Totti, who's already a veteran at 37 years old.
Wow.
But age was just a number for Totti, right? He was out there just casually showcasing skills, back-heeling passes like it was nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And I can just imagine a young Mo Salah just watching him completely awestruck.
Salah has even said, quote, "Totti was my idol. Even at 37, his skill was unreal." And think about it. Salah has played with Van Dijk, Allison, Alexander-Arnold Robertson.
Yeah.
Top-tier talent.
Absolutely.
Jamie Carragher even compared Salah to Steven Gerrard.
Oh, wow.
Another Liverpool legend.
Huge name, yeah.
Yet it's Totti who holds this special place in Salah's heart.
It's interesting, isn't it? So what was it about Totti that was so captivating for Salah?
Or I think it was more than just his age-defying skill.
Right.
Think about the context.
Okay.
Totti wasn't just playing, he was conducting the game.
Yeah.
He was Roma, the Stadio Olimpico, buzzing the Curva roaring for their Il Capitano.
Right.
And Totti delivered, with vision, pinpoint passes, those effortless goals.
Yeah.
It was poetry in motion.
Right. And Salah has actually talked about Totti's vision, right? He said that he saw passes that nobody else could.
Yeah.
And it just left him wondering, like, how does he do that?
Right.
It's almost as if some secret footballing code got passed down from Totti's brain to Salah's left boot.
Oh, yeah.
But some might argue that their playing styles are pretty different, right?
That's true. Their personalities on the pitch were distinct.
Yeah.
But if you look closer, there's some intriguing parallels.
Okay.
Totti the maestro, orchestrating the attack. He always seemed to know where everyone was going to be.
Yeah.
And Salah, that explosive speed cutting inside onto that lethal left foot. Did Totti's play that understanding of space and movement? Did that influence how ruthlessly efficient Salah became?
Right.
It's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. And, it wasn't just about what happened on the pitch, right? I mean, their relationship went beyond tactics and training.
Right.
There are stories of them laughing together, joking around.
Yeah.
A real sense of camaraderie that really went beyond that age gap.
Uh-huh.
But when Totti bid farewell to Roma after 25 years?
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine the weight of that moment?
Yeah, it was more than just a player saying goodbye to his team.
Right?
It was a city bidding farewell to a part of its soul.
Wow.
Totti embodied Roma and Salah, watching that unfold. He had to be affected by it.
Yeah.
But I'm curious what stands out to you about their connection.
Well, I keep coming back to Salah's words. No one will ever love a club like he did. And it's not just admiration for Totti's skill. It's about something deeper.
Yeah.
And on the pitch, they played 28 games together, racking up 18 wins.
Yeah.
Pretty successful partnership.
Right.
There's that highlight where Totti makes this no-look pass.
Oh, yeah.
To set up a stunning Salah goal, and later he jokes that Salah is just lightning.
It's like a perfect encapsulation of their dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totti, the conductor, with his vision and his creativity.
Yeah.
And then Salah, the lightning bolt, just exploiting that with his speed.
Yeah.
But here's what I think is really fascinating to it. We see this evolution in Salah's game.
Okay.
He takes that precision that he might have learned from Totti, and he combines it with his unique speed and agility,
right,
becoming this goal-scoring machine that we know today.
Right. So we're seeing the legacy taking shape. But, their paths are very different.
Yeah.
Totti, the one club man, staying with Roma for his whole career, while Salah has been more global, conquering different leagues. Do you think that impacts how their legacies are perceived?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Totti's loyalty to Roma is undeniably inspiring.
Yeah.
But is there a risk that Salah, because he's played for several clubs, that he might not achieve that same level of unwavering adoration from any single fan base?
Yeah.
Something to think about.
It really is.
Very interesting question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fascinating debate, really. You know, we revere these one-club men, like Totti, right?
Mm-hmm.
These symbols of unwavering loyalty in a sport where players are constantly, switching teams.
Right, right.
But Salah's journey is compelling, too.
Yeah.
This global ambition, testing himself against the best, becoming this worldwide icon.
Yeah.
Could that actually become like a new model for aspiring footballers?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's making me rethink how we even define legacy in football.
Right.
We tend to focus on the trophies and the stats,
Right.
but maybe it's also about impact.
Yeah.
And their playing styles almost reflect those contrasting paths, don't they? Totti, the maestro, always in control. Like, he's conducting an orchestra.
Yeah.
And then you have Salah Lightning, fast, direct, cutting through defenses like a hot knife through butter.
It's tempting to say that Totti embodies that classical beauty of the game.
Yeah.
Elegance and artistry, while Salah's like the modern dynamic style.
Right.
Speed, power, and precision.
Yeah.
But that might be oversimplifying things a little bit. Remember that side-by-side comparison from the documentary?
Yeah.
Where they score almost identical goals.
Yeah.
Totti with finesse and Salah with sheer power.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So maybe it's more nuanced than just like old school versus new school.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. And even despite those differences, they both have this dedication to their craft, a shared pursuit of mastery.
Absolutely.
But let's flip the script for a second. Some might argue that Salah, precisely because he has played for different clubs, he's had to adapt and evolve his game even more.
Okay. Yeah.
Than Totti, who was in a familiar system for so long. What do you think about that?
That's a really good point. Being exposed to different tactical systems, different managers, different teammates, they can really force a player to broaden their skill set and become more versatile. We see that with Salah, right?
Yeah.
He's not just a speedster.
Right.
He can score from different angles. He can play in different positions.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe that adaptability, becomes a key part of his legacy. Totti proving that unwavering loyalty can still exist.
Right.
And Salah showing that you can achieve global stardom while constantly pushing your limits.
Yeah.
It's like they're both rewriting the rules in their own way.
Exactly. Totti challenging this notion that you have to switch teams to reach your full potential.
Yeah.
And Salah demonstrating that global ambition doesn't have to mean sacrificing humility or respect for your mentors.
Right.
But their impact goes beyond just their playing careers, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Think about the inspiration that they provide.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just imagine, being a young footballer in Egypt, seeing Salah, someone who came from similar circumstances, reaching the pinnacle of the sport.
Right.
And on the flip side, witnessing Totti's farewell to Roma after 25 years, that had to be incredibly moving for Salah, Seeing that level of devotion and love from a city.
It transcended sport, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was about identity, belonging the soul of a city.
Wow.
Totti represented something really profound for those fans.
Yeah.
And maybe Salah saw in that the potential to inspire a generation, not just in Egypt, but worldwide.
Right.
But here's the question. Does achieving that kind of legendary status, does that require staying with one club? Or can you build a different kind of legacy, a more global one like Salah?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Totti's connection to Roma is undeniably special.
Yeah.
But Salah's impact is spreading far and wide. Inspiring people across different cultures and continents. It's a new kind of legend making, perhaps.
And maybe it's not an either-or situation.
Right.
Perhaps there's room for both types of legacies to thrive in football.
Yeah.
The unwavering loyalty of a Totti, the global ambition of a Salah. They each offer something so unique and inspiring.
Yeah, it challenges our assumptions about how a football legacy should be built.
It really does.
And that's what I love about these deep dives.
Mm-hmm.
You start to see things in a new light.
Yeah.
To appreciate the complexity and the nuance of these stories.
Absolutely. It's not just about stats and trophies.
Right.
It's about understanding the different paths to greatness.
Yeah.
The human stories behind the legends and the enduring power of inspiration that transcends generations and borders.
It's amazing how this deep dive has uncovered all these really unexpected parallels.
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought that a kid from Nagreg, Egypt would find his hero in a Roman gladiator?
Right.
You know, it just really shows you the global reach of football, how it connects people across cultures.
Yeah, it's really powerful how football creates these bridges you wouldn't expect.
Right.
I mean, think about the contrast between the Stadio Olimpico, you know, drenched in history, and Anfield with that raw energy of the Cop.
Right.
Two totally different worlds, but united by their love for the game.
Yeah.
And these legendary figures.
Right, and those fans play a huge role, too.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
They fuel the legends, push them to new heights. It makes me think about that Salah quote again. Totti taught me to love football. Now I play for him, too.
Yeah.
It's not just about skill. It's that deep connection that Totti had with the game with Roma that clearly resonated with Salah.
It speaks to that cyclical nature of inspiration.
Yeah.
You know, one generation passes the torch, carrying that legacy forward.
Yeah.
But it also makes you wonder, will Salah's legacy be tied to Liverpool?
Right.
In the same way that Totti's is to Roma?
Yeah.
Or will his impact be felt more broadly?
Right.
You know, inspiring a new generation of players across the globe.
Yeah. It's still unfolding, right?
Bro.
His story is not finished yet.
Yeah.
But one thing is for sure, his journey, his achievements, and his humility in recognizing those who came before him,
Right.
that's going to leave a mark on the sport.
Absolutely. And that's what makes these deep dives so compelling. You know, we're not just looking at stats and trophies. We're exploring the human side of these legends, the connections,
Right.
the moments that transcend the game itself.
Exactly. It's a reminder that football is more than just a sport, you know?
Yeah.
It reflects our shared humanity, our passions, loyalties, ambitions,
Yeah.
and the enduring power of inspiration.
Well said.
So the next time you see Mo Salah weaving through defenders or scoring one of those trademark goals, remember that his journey is intertwined with that of a Roman legend. It's a testament to the impact of those who came before, and how that inspiration shapes the beautiful game that, my friends, is the magic of football.
Indeed it is.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.